I tried this flan was at my sister's dinner party. It was so rich, smooth, and creamy. I told her, I go, you need to share this recipe with me. And she did, and now I'm sharing it with you all. Now, I know desserts can be intimidating, but they don't have to be. I'm gonna show you this week how to make a simple 5-ingredient dessert that's gonna taste and look like it came from a 5-star restaurant. I'm Cha-Cha, this is my kitchen, let's do this thing. We're going to use 5 simple ingredients to make it. A can of condensed milk, a can of evaporated milk, 3 eggs, sugar, and vanilla as your flavoring. So let's look at how to start mixing these ingredients. Now what you want to do is you want to take your bowl. Thank you, assistant. So we're going to take our bowl and we're going to crack 3 eggs. We're going to use whole eggs. Now, flan is similar to other custard-based desserts such as a crème brulee. Now, crème brulee and flan, the differences between the two is that a crème brulee utilizes egg yolks. Oops, and there I got my shell. Make sure to avoid putting shells inside your egg mixture. We do not want a crunch as we bite into our flan dessert. But a crème brulee utilizes egg yolks and it also utilizes heavy cream. In comparison, a flan utilizes whole eggs, and that's what creates the shape that it has within the container when you unmold it. The next part is incorporating the condensed milk to the 3 eggs. Now, I like utilizing this combination here because it incorporates the eggs into the condensed milk a lot smoother. Now, you'll see a lot of people in the recipes that you may have found or people that you know that make flan, they'll take this and will put it in a blender. The problem with the blender is that creates a lot of air bubbles. So try to avoid incorporating too much air within your mixture. And like I said, the best way that I've found to do this is incorporating your condensed milk with the 3 eggs and mixing as best as possible. So once that's incorporated, guess what the next step is? So we're going to take our evaporated milk and you're going to pour it in to your condensed milk and egg mixture. And you just want to mix it well enough until they are both incorporated. And then the last step is incorporating your vanilla to this. So now that I have my ingredients incorporated, that is it with the mixture. I'm gonna set it aside, let some of those air bubbles that I did create kind of settle, and then I'm gonna move on to the next step, which is the sugar sauce. Now, one of the hardest parts of the flan is making the caramelized sugar. You're gonna take a cup of sugar and you're gonna place it in your pan. Now you're gonna set it at medium to high heat. Now the important part of this is making sure that you do not burn your sugar. Now I'm just using sugar in the pan. I'm not adding water. Some other recipes that you may have found may use water in the mixture. I personally don't like to use that because it tends to crystallize the sugar if you don't do it properly. So this is a no-fail safe way to caramelize your sugar by just utilizing sugar in your pan and placing it on a medium-high heat. Just make sure to observe it and use caution. Sugar gets very hot and last thing you want to do is burn yourself in the process. Here I have 2 containers. One is going to be for my flan mixture. The other one is going to hold my flan mixture inside of it. This is needed because I'm going to do a bain-marie, also known as a water bath. Now the way the flan cooks is through steam and the warm water that circulates, it keeps the flan moist so that it doesn't dry out. Now when you're choosing a container to utilize, you want to make sure that it is wider and bigger than the container that you're going to be placing your flan inside of. You're dealing with hot sugar, so you want to be cautious. You want to take a lot of precaution when dealing with this. You don't want to burn yourself. So here I have mittens that I'm going to be using, and I'm pouring the hot sugar into the pan. Now when you're doing this, be cautious that you don't splatter any of the sugar onto yourself because you don't want any burns. Now in this step, you want to grab the pan and you want to swirl the sugar around the pan. With the sugar, try to get the edges. Try to get the sugar all the way up to the edges of the pan. This is going to make taking the flan out of the pan so much easier if you can get a lot of that sugar within the edge. But be cautious in this process so that you don't burn yourself. And try to act quickly because the sugar will set immediately. And once that's done, you can put it down and let it cool and the sugar will harden. So here I have my milk mixture already strained with all my ingredients incorporated. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to place it into the pan that has the caramelized sugar within it. You can just pour it. We're gonna place it in the oven, cook it for exactly 45 minutes. It's so good. It's creamy, smooth, rich, and delicious. Hope you try it. Keep me posted, subscribe, comment down below. Until next time. And as always, don't forget to subscribe down below. You don't want to miss a single episode. Until next time, it's Cha Cha's Kitchen. Let's do this thing. Let's do it. Let's do this thing.